It starts with a text from a wrong number. "Hi, are we still on for dinner Thursday?" You don't know anybody who'd send you that, so you write back the polite thing, the thing anybody would write: "Sorry, I think you have the wrong number." And here's where it turns. Because the person on the other end doesn't vanish. They write back embarrassed and warm. "Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. My cousin must have given me the wrong digits again." A little joke. And then casually, "Well, since I've bothered you anyway, where are you writing from?" That's the beginning. And before we go one more sentence, you need to know something. That message was not a mistake. Your phone number was bought in bulk from a data broker. The text was written to look like an honest error, because a wrong number is one of the only unsolicited messages a decent person will still answer politely. Fraud researchers have studied this opening so many times they gave it a name, the wrong number gambit, because it works over and over on kind people. That's who it's built for, kind people who answer politely. Now let me tell you how it ends, so you can see the whole shape of it. 4 movements, the same every time. 1. The accident, the wrong number, something small and harmless and easy to answer. 2. The friendship, and this is the long part, weeks or months, good morning texts. How did your doctor's appointment go? Pictures of dinner. They remember your dog's name. They remember your daughter's job. They are quite genuinely the most attentive person in your life. And they never ask for money. Not once. That's what makes them different from every scam you've ever been warned about, and it's exactly why your guard stays down. 3. The opportunity. Eventually and always casually, money comes up, not as a request, as a piece of their life. Their uncle works in currency trading. They've been doing well on a platform. They don't push. They don't even offer. In fact, and this is the cruelest touch, they'll often hesitate to share it, and you'll find yourself asking them. So you invest a little, and it goes up. 4. The slaughter. You put in more. The number climbs beautifully, and then one day you try to take your money out. And there's a fee. Now the criminals who run this have a word for it. Their word, not mine. Shaju Pan, Chinese for pig butchering. And the 3 stages in their own slang are: find the pig, fatten the pig, slaughter. I'm telling you that for one reason, and it isn't to be cruel. It's the fastest way to see what you were to them from the very first message. That person who asked how your knee was healing, who said good morning every day for 4 months, who remembered your grandson's baseball game. They were working from a compound on a quota, with a script and a supervisor. The warmth was labor, the affection was a shift. Nothing you felt was foolish. Everything they showed you was manufactured. Those are 2 different statements, and both of them are true. Now here's why this scam beats everything else in this book. Look back at the other chapters: the fake virus screen, the grandchild in jail. The IRS, every one of them works by rushing you, and so every defense I've given you is a way of slowing down. Hang up, call back, take 90 seconds. This scam has no urgency at all. There's no moment to interrupt, no countdown, nobody is shouting. If you said, "Let me think about it for a week," they'd say, "Of course, take your time," and send you a nice message on Thursday. The absence of pressure is not the absence of a scam. It is the technique. They removed the exact thing your alarm was listening for. So the defense here can't be a reflex. It has to be a rule, one you decide on now while nobody's asking you for anything. But first, let me give you a way to prove all this to yourself in about 30 seconds, and you don't need to understand cryptocurrency at all. When they tell you that you must pay a fee to withdraw your money, ask why they can't just take the fee out of the money. Sit with that. If your account really held $200,000 and the withdrawal fee were $15,000, any real institution on earth would simply deduct it and send you the rest. That's how fees work. That's how they've always worked. Your bank does not call and ask you to mail in a check before it will let you take out your own money. The only reason they need new money from you is that there is no old money. There's nothing to deduct the fee from. The balance is a number typed onto a web page. And the fee isn't a fee at all. It's the second robbery, aimed at the only thing you have left, which is your hope of getting the first one back. And it never ends. The firms that trace these networks say it plainly. No payment ever unlocks the funds. Each payment just leads to another demand. Remember the very first chapter, the screaming red screen that said your computer had a virus, and the whole thing turned on one fact: it was just a web page, a picture of an emergency with no emergency behind it. The trading dashboard is the same thing. Somebody built it. It displays whatever numbers they want it to display, and it is exactly as real as that virus warning was. Your money didn't go into that account. It went into a wallet and then it went overseas, usually within minutes. What the website shows you afterward is a painting of a bank balance. So here's the rule, and you adopt it before anyone ever charms you. I do not send money in any form to anyone I have not met in person, ever, no exceptions. Not to a friend from an app, not to a woman I've talked with for 9 months, not to a nice man whose uncle is in currency trading. No exceptions, because no exceptions is the entire strength of the rule. The moment you allow one, you're back to judging each case on its merits, and these people are professionals at making their case look meritorious. They do it all day. You do it once. The rule protects you precisely because it doesn't require you to be clever in the moment. It only requires you to have decided in advance. Now the hardest part. When the FBI began contacting victims of this scam, about 76% of them did not know they were being scammed. 3 out of 4. And many of them, when told, defended the person doing it. Understand what that means. Your instinct when someone tells you this person isn't real will be to argue with them, to explain that they don't understand, that it's different, that this person has never asked you for anything. That instinct is not your judgment. It is the last part of the scam, and it was installed on purpose. So here's what I ask of you. Tell one person, a son, a daughter, a friend, and when they get worried, do not defend the relationship. Sit with their worry for 1 full day before you answer it. That single day, that one pause, is what this entire scam is engineered to prevent. And if it's already happened to you, know this. Only about 15% of victims ever report these crimes, and the reason is shame. Which means these criminals are protected, genuinely, structurally protected, by how embarrassed their victims feel. Don't hand them that. You were not stupid. You were courted by an organized professional operation using a script refined on thousands of people before you. The scam's power was never in your weakness. It was in your decency. You answered a wrong number politely, and they built an entire industry on that. Now go call your kids, bring the screenshots, let's get to work.